Hello, my name is Trivita Anisautami. In this video, I'm going to talk about the SMS scam or smishing. So, what is SMS scam? And then who are the targets of this type of scams? What are the methods that are used in these scams? And how to identify SMS scams, and then what are the examples of this type of scam, and then how to prevent this type of scam from happening, and then the summary of this video. So what is SMS scam or smishing? SMS scam is typically an attempt to steal money from its victims directly or through unauthorized access to important data such as personal data or bank account information. So the targets of this type of scams are usually the elderly or people who are going through difficulties financially, or people who are not familiar with technology, and then also anyone who might be too trusting and gullible. Because there are several different methods that are usually used in the SMS scams, and we are going to talk about some of them in this video. So first of all, sometimes it's the impersonation of bank or government agencies, and then the free prizes offers, and then there's fear and intimidation, and then there's requesting urgent action, and then there's also malware or fake websites and phone numbers. So let's talk about how to identify this type of scams or smishing. When you receive offers out of the blue which seems to be too good to be true, it is likely to be a scam. So you have to double check on that. And when it urges you to do something, especially money related activities, maybe sometimes they are asking you to send some money or funds into their accounts of people you don't know who or where from, so you have to check on that also. And next, when it claims to be a certain organization or banks but asks for your personal information. So when it's really from the organization, they will not ask you for personal information, especially through text messages. So you have to be cautious when it does that, when it asks for your information. And then sometimes you can find inconsistencies or grammar errors in the text which might indicate it's not an official message. Okay, there might be some typos in the messages that they are sending, but sometimes these are done purposely because some of the providers that we are using, they have this type of filters for scams. So some of the messages might get automatically recognized as a scam if it says certain words. So they do make some type of typos to go past that filters. So you have to read carefully on the text that you are receiving. Next, when it insists on getting your personal information, because most genuine organizations will not ask for your important data, as we have already discussed before. Also, don't trust the caller ID of the SMS sender, because they can easily be manipulated by scammers. Even though it says from bank A or bank B, you have to still check on this said banks just to make sure if it's really genuine or is it a scam. Then when it contains links that doesn't seem to be genuine, we will talk about this in the next examples of the smishing that we can find. Then when it pretends to be someone you know with unknown number asking to transfer funds. Okay, sometimes the texts are pretending to be our mother or our father or anyone of our family, but it is from a number that you don't know this is like a foreign number, so you have to check on the person that they are pretending to be, and then ask if it's really them or is it someone who are trying to scam you. Next, if it gives offers of loans without any official requirements and unclear identity, we have to check if there's a valid websites or organizations behind this type of offers, because they need to give some type of requirements to give us loans, and it doesn't ask for any type of requirements, then it might be a scam. See, here are some examples of the smishing. Here it says, selamat, Anda resmi mendapatkan hadiah. It gets offers of a prize from MKios. Then there's a link you are supposed to click. But as you can see, you have to read on the link if it's really from MKios or not, because it doesn't say MKios in the link at all. And then in the end of the message there's also blogspot.com. This is not a valid website address. You have to be careful of this type of website or links. If it says blogspot.com, it is likely to be a scam. See, another one of the blogspot.com links. You shall not click on this type of links, even though here in the text it doesn't have any typos or anything that we have discussed before, but it still gives a link for blogspot.com, so that is very questionable, so you have to be cautious on that. Next, there's more links to be clicked. There's this bit.ly. You should be cautious of this type of links. Bit.ly links are not valid. It can be any type of links. It can be a malware. It can be very dangerous for your mobile phones. It might steal your data without you knowing, etc. So do not click on this type of websites or links when it says bit.ly dot blah blah blah. Next, it says send some funds to this person with this number. So if you know anyone who are related to this type of this here, it says rent money, so you have to think about who is supposed to be the recipient of the rent money, and then you have to ask that person if it's really from them or is it someone else pretending to be them, and then who is this person, and all of this information. You have to be very cautious and just double check on that. So some of the ways to prevent from falling to this type of SMS scams: if they urge you to do something quick, make sure you keep calm and take your time to find accurate information from official numbers. Like if it says if it's from the bank A, you have to call the bank A, the numbers that are official, and then ask them about the information if it's really true or is it a scam. So you have to take your time. Do not rush into doing any type of activities, especially when it comes to some money related activities. As we have also mentioned before, do not click on any links, especially when the links are very suspicious, like those blogspot.com links or bit.ly or any type of weird links like that. It might be harmful. It might contain malwares that might steal your information from your phones, and do not click on them. Next, do not provide your personal information like name, address, or any financial information. So if they are asking you for this type of information like name, address, or numbers, your credit card numbers, and blah blah blah, do not give them this type of information, because official organizations or banks will not ask you for your information through text messages. Verify the SMS sender and the information you received. So you have to check on the organization or agencies who they are claiming to be. Like if it says from M kiosk, you have to ask M kiosk and get the real number of M kiosk and ask them about the information, if it's genuine or is it a scam. Next, do not send your OTP to anyone at all. If sometimes when we use smartphones, there are mobile banking or e-wallet, maybe they are trying to get into our accounts and they will need OTP to get into our accounts. So if they are asking you for your OTP with whatever reason, do not send them your OTP, because OTP are not meant to be shared. You have to keep your OTPs to yourself. So be very cautious when someone asks for your OTP. Block those numbers, because these people are dangerous. They are trying to steal from you. So never send your OTP to anyone else. Just keep it to yourself and keep it very secure. And next one is find trusted resources. As we have mentioned before, and just check the websites or the numbers of the official agencies or banks that, and then ask them about this information, and never rush into making any type of decisions without getting this information first. So overview: SMS scam or smishing is a very common practice that is used to steal important information or data from a person through text messages. This means any phone with signal coverage might get targeted by the scammers. So be very cautious. Do not trust any SMS you receive easily without double checking on them, and never share your personal information or data or OTP. In case they try to urge you into sharing your data with them, take your time to verify the information or ignore the text once and for all. So that is what I want to talk about today. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and goodbye. Thank you.